If benefit hours like vacation and sick time are earned by accruing a certain number of hours each pay period, month, or quarter, or if benefits are earned on a prorated basis, such as so many hours for every 40 hours worked, then you'll want to use the Batch Post Accrued Benefits feature to process hours earned to all employees at once. Here we want to include only qualified employees, those who were employed as of a particular date. The policy at my center is that at the beginning of each month, I post any hours earned for the prior month. So I want to include anyone who was employed as of the end of last month. And then the post date is the day this will actually be credited to each employee. I'll pick this Monday. And then what pay code do I want to use? Well, I'll pick vacation, but you could choose sick time or any other pay code that is a benefit a person would earn over time, that they would accrue or earn. And for a comment, I might want to say vacation hours earned for July. And then there are several different ways we can calculate the amount. I'm going to start with simple so you can see how that would work. And we're going to apply a standard amount of so many hours. Well, since I do this once a month and I want to give each of my employees 40 hours or 1 week of vacation a year, I'm going to put in 3.33. Across 12 months, that would add up to 40 hours. I'll click Next. It lists all the employees who are employed as of that date. I can select them all at once. If I needed to, I could uncheck someone if they did not qualify for this benefit, or I can manually type over the hours for a particular person. When I'm ready, I'd click Process and it would transfer these times to the employee benefits screen. I'm not going to do that yet because I want to go back and show you the other methods that you can use for calculating. Another method is for every pay period ending between. So this would be appropriate if I give a fixed number of hours for each pay period across the year. So I'm going to do this again for the month of July. So I want this to calculate the number of hours based on however many pay periods there were or how many pay periods ended during July. And again, I'll apply a standard amount. This time I want to give 2 weeks a year, and I have 26 pay periods in my year, and that ends up working out to a calculation of 3.08 hours per pay period. And at procaresupport.com you can search for accumulation rate or vacation accumulation, and you'll get a little chart that explains how to determine that amount. Then I'll click Next, and I had 2 pay periods during the month of July, so it's putting in double the number of hours for everybody. And then I'll check the box at the top. Again, I could uncheck an individual person or type over the hours if I need to. Now before we click Process, let's go back and look at a third way to do this. And that is to accrue the vacation hours for every 40 hours a person works. So I'm going to say for every 40 hours worked between, again I'll pick the month of July in my case, I want to apply a standard amount of how much. Well, in this case I'm going to put in 1.60. 1.60 for every 40 hours worked. If they worked full time across the course of the year, that would end up being 2 weeks of vacation. I'm going to then click Next, and when I do that, I'll notice that the number of hours now is different for each person because it's looking to see, well, how many hours did they work during the month of July, and I'm going to give them 1.6 hours for every 40 hours they worked. You'll notice that one person, Amy Collins, did not receive any. Now that may be because she doesn't qualify, she didn't work, or it could be that she's a front office personnel who's salaried, and so I determine her amount differently. So I could type in some fixed amount there if it was appropriate for her. I'm just going to go ahead and select everybody right now, and we'll uncheck Amy, and then click Process to transfer these to each employee's benefits screen. So now those benefits have all been posted. We'll click Exit, and we'll take a look at somebody. Here's Mary Anderson, and we'll click on her benefits screen. We'll look at the number of hours she has earned. So here, posted on August 2nd, which is what I just did, she earned 3.08 hours of vacation with a comment, vacation hours earned for July. And then if I wanted to see how many hours Mary had available, had left for vacation, I can click on the Balances tab. So far for vacation, she's earned 3.08 hours, she has not used any, and she has 3.08 remaining. And that's all there is to tracking employee vacation and benefit hours.